Hi guys, back again, doing my second video this time. Alright, firstly, I want to say a big thank you to FuggedNL for letting me use his Battlefield 3 girl painting in my intros for my videos. There is a description, there is a link in the description to his YouTube and I think his Facebook page we're going to be putting in there as well. So, let's get to it. Today we're going to be talking about how to play Conquest in Battlefield 3. I'm not saying this because people don't know how to play it, but I think there are some tips and some hints that I can give you that will help play, because obviously not everybody has mics, not everybody's talking to each other, and sometimes you can kind of feel like you're playing the game by yourself. So, firstly we're going to be talking about infantry, and then we're going to be talking about aircraft and what everyone can do to help each other. Okay. Infantry, you're first. Basically, you are the guys on the ground doing everything that's needed to be done to capture those points. And as we all know, points, not kills, mean prizes. Well, kills help, but you want to be concentrating on your flag points first, because the more flag points you have, the faster the enemy team loses their tickets. And of course, once they've lost all their tickets, you guys win. So, first thing you want to do, doesn't really matter what map it is, but you want to send maybe 3 guys to the first map point, flag point, because that's something that really irritates me, is when the whole entire team goes to the flag point nearest your spawn and then sit there and wait to so that everybody can get points. You've got the entire game, guys, to get points. You're going to have plenty of time. So 3 guys at most to the first flag point. Send everybody else you've got down onto the second one, because if you've got more than half the flags captured, the enemy team start bleeding tickets. Having said that, if you've got more flag points, such as if you're doing like Gulf of Oman or something like that, when there's about 4 or 5 points, then obviously send 3 to the first, 3 to the second, and then so on. Having said that, once you've captured the points, if 2 guys could hang around, mostly for pretty much the entire game, I guess. I know it sounds boring, but if you're defending your flag point, there's much less chance that the enemy's going to come along and take it from you. Once the enemy realise you're there because you've killed them, because when they've come anywhere near it, they're going to want it. So they're going to come back and take it from you, simply because it's a matter of principle that they have to come back and kill you. So at this point, things like support, you can lay your C4 around, give them a little bit of surprise if they do manage to kill you. And the same for engineer. If you lay your AT mines around, they bring a tank in, they're going to go bye-bye. Also, it takes them longer to neutralise the flag as well. If you've got a couple of guys hiding around, they'll have to come find you. I'm not saying camping corners, because that's a bad thing to do. No camping. I'm just saying, don't stand out in the open, and give them a little bit of a surprise if they do manage to take you out. Spawn closest back on the flag or on your squad mate if he's still around, and blow them all to pieces. C4 is good for this. Next thing you're going to want to be doing is keep an eye on your minimap, because obviously people coming around, they're going to be shooting, either that as well, because your flag point will start flashing. I know it can be a bit buggy, because I've had it numbers of times, someone saying to me, oh, C's being taken. I look at my minimap, no it's not. Next thing I know, it's been taken. So, if you see it's flashing, or if someone tells you that there's somebody there, don't wait around for somebody else to go and take the point back, because they're going to end up taking it. Because everybody goes, oh, somebody else will get that, and then you end up finding out that they've taken it. A big thing with that, especially on things like Daverman Peak, they'll take a helicopter and fly over the top to try and take the spawn point closest to your spawn, because of course you've gone off to get B or even C or the other way around. And if you haven't left anyone, if you haven't got anyone sitting there taking care of it, then of course they're going to take it from you. This is when you start finding yourself being taken roughly from behind, because you've lost your flag point closest to your spawn, and you've got them spawning at the other end too, and then you're being pincered in. So if you find that your flag capture, if you find that the flag point closest to your spawn has been taken, go back and get it immediately. Forget everything else, go back and take it, and this will stop you from getting spawn trapped, which I'm sure everybody knows is super annoying, because you can't get out, you can't do anything, you're stuck in your spawn, and then it's fun for only the enemy team. if you can get rid of the tanks, the BCRs, etc., it's going to help you out a lot, because 2 or 3 people in a tank, they can wipe you out in no time, and especially if you've got somebody quite vigilant, they'll end up being in the tank the entire time, and it's really quite difficult to take them out. Unless, of course, you use my very helpful taking out tanks with C4 options. Just thought I'd plug my own video. The other things you're going to want to look at are things like the helis, because they can be nightmares. And one person with a Stinger or an Igla is going to take days trying to take them out. If they've got ECM jammers or flares, you're going to be there forever, and you're just going to run out of RPGs? You're just going to run out of ammo, and then they're still going to be flying around taking everybody out. Especially if they've got an engineer on board. So, at this point, recons, I'm going to say to you, if you usually use a MAV, try getting out SOFAN, because they're totally underused and totally underappreciated. They'll lock anything in the air, and anyone who's got a javelin will be able to take them out in one shot easy. Engineer or not, bye bye pesky birdie. Having said that, guys, engineers, keep your birds up. If you keep your helicopters up, they are such an asset, and they will help you keep hold of your flag points, because they'll help take out the vehicles on the ground. Not only that, if you've got a fairly good pilot who can hover, and there's a couple of you in the Little Bird or even a Huey or whatever, you'll easily be able to capture a flag point and take it back off them. So engineers, look after your helicopters. This is another thing for you engineer guys. I know a lot of guys have AT mines, and there are some guys that I do see with engineering tools. What I don't see a lot of is when you see a tank or a vehicle in distress, people just run past it. Engineers, if you see something in distress, go and give it a fix-up. Fair enough, you could die doing that, but at the same time, you could have just saved 3 guys' lives and helped take out an enemy tank. Right, aircraft, you lot, flying up there, not doing much. I'm joking. I do know that people in jets and helicopters do a hell of a lot for a game. Depends on the pilot, obviously. If you're not a very good pilot, then you're just practicing, that's fair enough. But when you've got a good pilot in the air, it can really change the game for you. So these are my tips on what the aircraft should be doing in a game. Alright, jets, it's your job to keep the skies clear. Enemy jets, enemy choppers, take them down. If there are none, help take out the ground vehicles. Choppers, attack choppers, any other choppers, doesn't matter. Help. Your first and main job is to take out the ground vehicles. If there are no ground vehicles, take out the infantry. Anyone who can hover over a flag point, help cap it, like I said earlier. Obviously, if you know when something is going to be coming into the air, such as another jet or another chopper, if you know the respawn times, then keep an eye out for them. Please don't runway strafe. It is a cheap shot. I think it's showing lack of skill. If you want a proper dogfight, if you want a proper game, let them get up in the air. Okay, that's all I'm going to say on that. If you're going to runway strafe, then you're going to runway strafe. I can't stop you, but it does just scream lack of skill to a lot of people. I'm going to say something as well about transport choppers. I cannot abide it when a transport chopper is available. Somebody will take it up empty, fly to where they want to go, and then bail out. How helpful is that to your team? Don't use it as a personal taxi. Fill it up. Take your people to where they want to go. That's basically it for my aircraft and for the infantry. A couple of other little pointers. It's simple things like clearing out a building. If you're capturing a point and it still belongs to the enemy, they will continue to spawn on it. So make sure you clear out nearby buildings, garages, anything like that. Lastly, MAVs indoors are useless. Alright, I know you can kill people with them, but you're liable to get more kills with a gun than a MAV. I mean, frankly, would a MAV be able to kill somebody in real life? You're more likely to destroy the MAV. So please stop using them indoors, especially on Operation Metro. I can't stand it, and I'm sure there are a lot of people as well that think they're pretty useless indoors. So, those are my hints, tips and advice on how to play Conquest, and hopefully it will make your game a bit more enjoyable. Maybe even make it a bit more challenging for everybody, and you'll have to think of more ingenious ways to take each other out. So So now I'm going to move on to my next bit of my video, which is cool things I've seen this week. And one of the cool things I've seen this week is from a guy called Terry, and he's made some very funny, very cool propaganda posters for Battlefield 3. Now I'm going to put them up on the screen, and then in the descriptions box there'll be a link to his page, which is www.terrymakestuff.com. So as I said, now I'm going to show you these posters. The first one is quite genius and is one of my favourite. It's about the saviour ribbon, because so many people I've heard, oh, you took my kill, oh, you kill stealer. As it says on the poster, it's not kill stealing, it's saving your life. And as I really think the rest of that sentence should read, because if it wasn't for me, you'd be dead. And, you know, don't get aggy when someone saves your life, because next time they might just let them kill you. Second poster is what I've basically been talking about, is play the objective. Please, please play the objective. It really helps. Again, wicked poster. And the third one that he's done is squad up, I believe. And yeah, again, this is super helpful if you're in a squad. Means you've got someone to spawn on. Means that someone's got, you know, people have got, you know, to spawn on you. That means you're not left on your own at an objective or anything. So yeah, take his advice as well. Like I said, www.terrymakestuff.com. Check out his work, it is very good. Once again, thanks for watching and bearing with me while I ramble on about Battlefield 3. I'll see you guys later. Bye!